My thought about today is two things. One is that I would ask you some of your perspectives on the boys' issues and the boy crisis. And one of my thoughts is that at this point in time, there are about 17 million moms and dads who have boys who are in trouble mode, obesity, ADHD, doing things like video game addiction, porn, and so I've seen so many moms and dads who are like looking for somebody that understands and articulates the issues that boys are going through, so they don't have to feel so alone and so ashamed. So I wanted to talk with you a little bit about that and get your perspectives, feelings, and thoughts about that.
Well, in my own history, my dad had, just after I turned 8, my father passed away. I am incredibly extroverted, but if you have no confidence, if you're insecure, then you become shy.
Yes.
And so I desperately wanted to go over to the kids next door when they were playing basketball and play with them and introduce myself, but I just couldn't. And so I would watch with this sense of longing and this sense that I wasn't, in some way wasn't good enough. And that process of kind of discovery took, most of my adult life in a funny way. And all along the way, there were various father figures that actually helped me grow into an awareness of that I was more than what I thought I had been in a funny way. And I think I hadn't really thought about it until Dottie Lamb told me about your book, that my father's death probably had something to do with that.
Yes. Who were the father figures? Can you share with us a little bit about the father figures that were helpful in giving you confidence in either who they were and what they say?
Sure. So it was, in funny ways, my Little League baseball coach. I loved sports. I was very, very competitive. I wasn't the best athlete, but I think I was the most driven.
The most motivated.
The most motivated always. I won. Also, my mother was the eldest of 5 daughters, and her father, who had always wanted a son, became a father figure to me, and I think my older brother as well. So I had a 6th grade teacher named Mr. Miller. I can't remember his first name. But he was, how those things stay with you. He took the time to kind of talk to me and go out of his way. There was a guy named, my best friend was a kid named Bobby Littlewood, and his father, who always smoked cigars, and he worked at a big kind of a woolen a company along the Schuylkill River in Philadelphia that dyed fabric, different colors, so it was kind of dirty, messy, and he always had a big cigar. But he went out of his way to give me a Christmas present every year because he knew that I wasn't getting anything from a father. So he tried to pick out something that a boy would especially like.
Wow. Do you see, you were reading a few moments ago about the concept of a White House Council on Boys and Men, and I'm in favor of keeping government as small as possible, but I also saw that there's our school shooters, our mass shooters. They're not only boys, but dad-deprived boys, almost more than 90%. And the ISIS recruits are more than 90% dad-deprived boys and girls. By the way, the smaller percentage of girls that are ISIS recruits are also dad-deprived. And then, of course, our criminal population, 93% males, more than 90% of them are dad-deprived. And so my feeling is that if we're focusing, this is one time when we can get something like a White House Council on Boys and Men to reduce the size of government, because the more we have the presence of dads, the more we have the absence of government, because it's about $1 trillion expense per year that we have on just those 3 issues alone, all the ramifications of those issues. Any thoughts about that?
Well, I think, a council on boys and men in the White House, you look at the power that John Kennedy had with the President's Physical Fitness Council, which is another thing that should be lifted up and promoted aggressively. But those symbolic things don't have to have a big government bureaucracy. What they have to do is they have to have roots that go out to every state, every county, every municipality to build awareness more than anything else, but also provide resources.